break down the main card. Opening up the main card for UFC Vegas 84, we have Jim Miller taking on Gabriel Benítez. Jim Miller's 40. Not quite the 45 that Andrei Arlovski is, but he is still 40. And he fought at UFC 100, he fought at UFC 200, and Dana already said he'll fight at UFC 300, which is a bit presumptuous because he has to get through Gabriel Benítez. Even if he loses, they'll put him on UFC 300, but let's hope he doesn't lose real bad like Bryce Mitchell and then end up suspended for 11 years. Jim Miller's a legend. He has a whole bunch of UFC records for longevity. Most fight minutes, most fights, all that stuff. He's so many records when it comes to that stuff. He's a good grappler. He's got clean boxing, decent wrestling. He's got all the veteran savvy, the toughness, the grit you could ever want from any fighter. He is definitely showing his age, but he continues to defy his age inside the octagon, most recently with an under 30-second knockout win over Jesse Butler this past summer. Is Jesse Butler good? No. Is Jim Miller 40, still knocking people out, even though he's a grappler? Yes. He's taking on Gabriel Benítez. This guy's a pretty good kickboxer. Specifically, his kicks are phenomenal. He's got solid movement. He picks his shots well. He's got very real power in his hands. His takedown defense sits at 58%. His takedown offense is at 50%. And while he does have some grappling tools, he does have some solid BJJ, he doesn't use any of it. He only has 2 takedowns in 13 fights, and he has fallen in love with chasing the knockout. He's coming off a win over Charlie Ontiveros a little over a year ago. It's impossible to break down Jim Miller fights at this point. He's old as hell. He's slowing down. But he somehow discovered power later in his career. He wasn't knocking anybody out 5 years ago. Now he's knocking people out. He's always been Jersey tough. He's taking on Gabriel. This guy's dangerous as hell, but he gets finished. I'm going to take the older, tougher vet here versus the kill or be killed kind of guy in Gabriel, coming off a year layoff. Gabriel hasn't fought in a year. I do wish Jim had better takedowns so I could be confident enough to bet on him, but I'm still going to pick him. I hope he gets through this unscathed, win or lose, because I would love to see him on UFC 300. That's incredible. I don't think we'll ever see another fighter ever again fight on 3 different milestone cards like that. Think about fighting at UFC 100, 200, and 300. I don't have the stats in front of me, but even if his UFC debut, which it was not, but even if his UFC debut was at UFC 100, to get through 100 events, there's 52 weeks a year. There's only 12 months in a year. We basically get 1 pay-per-view a month. Let's say 13 a year. This math is going to be real tricky. Either way, that is a lot of years between UFC 100 and 200. And then a lot of years between UFC 200 and 300. And the fact that Jim Miller is still here, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a knockout win. And he's not a guy that debuted when he was 16. Absolutely incredible. All the love for Jim Miller. I'm not going to bet on him, though. He's still 40. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and comment on a giveaway video. We are giving away $1,000. The only thing you need to do is subscribe to 2 YouTube channels and comment on a video, and you can win $1,000. All the links to do that are below. Make sure you leave your comment because that is how we're going to pick the winner. We're going to use a random comment grabber to grab a comment. That's the winner. But in order to win, you need to subscribe to We Want Picks, subscribe to Picks Nation, and we need to hit 10,000 subscribers right here on Picks Nation.